So guys, when we're trying to understand the world of influencers, the first thing we need to understand is the tier list of the different like influencer levels. So we have micro influencers. These are going to be people that are like 10,000 followers or less. These are just maybe like a local celebrity, like they have big friends. Like I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah. Like maybe they're kind of famous, they're well known in Salt Lake City, Utah, but they're not like an influencer. So you can still use people with like 10K followers, 15K followers and get pretty decent results of their friends, their close like relatives and stuff using the product based on them making a video for it. So it's basically UGC, but it has that higher tweak of they're going to post it on their account as an organic post. They're going to talk about it and they are kind of like a micro influencer because there will be some good results with it. And there is some people that look up to them still. So they still do have that influence compared to someone who's just completely random with no followers. So that's micro. Next, we have small influencers. This would be like 50K followers or less. Then we have standard influencers, which I'd say is like 100K followers or more. Then we have big influencers. This would be like 500K followers or more. Next, we have a large influencer that's like 1 million plus followers. Then we're kind of getting into the space where someone's like a low tier celebrity, like they're just very, very well known on the internet. And that's like 5 to 10 million followers. And then there's like the actual celebrity level with like 15, 20 million plus. So as you can see, there's a big tier list and I wish it was easy to where I could just say, oh, micro influencers are worth this much. This person's worth this much based on their followings, but you can't really pinpoint that because there's different levels of power between the resonance of the influencer, their audience, what they post, the things they're interested in, and your brand. If you can find someone that is like a very good pair, like almost like it where it looks like they started the brand themselves because they love it so much, and even if that influencer has a very low following, you can get very high level results from it because there is a resonance between the audience and the brand and the product you're selling. So that's why it's really hard to kind of assess like how much is someone worth. And when you get bigger in this scale of working with higher level like influencers and celebrities and stuff, they think they're worth their weight in gold. They think that they can charge unbelievable prices, and some of them can. But if I'm trying to sell this cupping device and I just go grab some random famous person like Aiden Ross or one of the new like streamer guys that are getting famous, there's not really a resonance between this. Maybe because like Aiden is saying he's getting into the gym and all that stuff, so maybe there's an alignment there. But if you just grabbed like Katy Perry and said, hey, will you promote our new cup? And nobody really cares. But if you go to a famous athlete and he actually says that every time I'm recovering from the gym, I need to make sure that I use this cup and it genuinely helps me, and there's that resonance and people trust him, and all of his followers are also athletes that go to the gym and do these things and train and work out, then maybe he is worth his weight in gold. But you have to assess power level that each celebrity has, each influencer has, based on the resonance between the content they make, what they do as a person, their passions, pains, interests, and how well their followers are gonna align with that influencer, how much they look up to him, are they doing the same activities? And then you can kind of assess that level of, okay, if we pay this guy and everyone looks up to him and they also do the same things as him and this product helps him, it's going to help his followers, we should have a very high conversion rate of people seeing it and liking it. So it's really hard because in the end of the day, it's an educated guess just like everything else, and a lot of it's open to your own judgment and negotiation with the influencer. And the biggest thing you can do is actually reach out to people that resonate with it. Like, who needs this product? Who wants it? Is there an influencer that has bad neck pain? Maybe I can search that out and find it and say, hey, we'd love to do a paid promotion. We saw that you have issues with your neck and back pain. We have a product that helps it. I think it'd be an awesome opportunity for you to showcase how it helps you. You don't have to say anything ingenuine. If the product doesn't help you, say that it doesn't help, but we'd like to pay you $5,000 for a post. And if they have like 500,000 followers, I'd say that's very worth it in my opinion, because you're also getting that video of that influencer saying it that you can run on paid ads later. So you're getting a UGC video, you're getting an organic post, and I would say that that's worth $5,000 for sure. But a lot of these influencers can be like, oh, 20K for a post, especially when you're in like the million range, and it starts getting really crazy. So you have to assess like, how passionate are their followers? That's a big question. If someone has 1 million followers, what's the engagement rate on their TikToks, on their Instagram posts, on their YouTube posts, whatever social medias they're utilizing? How obsessed are people with that person? For example, Andrew Tate, everyone is obsessed with him. If you are a fan of Andrew Tate, it is like an identity for you almost at this point. So if you have have Andrew Tate say something, his resonance with his audience and his ability to persuade them and get them to take an action is very, very big. But a lot of people don't have that connection with their audience. If they say, hey, go try this out, nobody trusts them. Maybe they do paid promotions all the time. It was, oh, here's just their other paid promotion. And at that point, they're worth nothing, genuinely nothing. The only value you get is their face saying whatever they said, promoting your product for paid ads later. You basically just paid $20,000 for a UGC video. So it's not as worth it. You need to find people that have an actual influence over their followers. And it's kind of hard to test that. You can use tools like this. It's called Social Blade. For example, this is Sneako's Instagram. I guess you gotta log in. You gotta make a little free account with them. But you can go in and see some of their numbers and see like, okay, are they buying followers? Because you'll see a big, like on the graph of their following, you'll just see a huge spike where they bought 10,000 or 100,000 followers. So you can assess people's credibility there. But honestly, the best thing you can do is just naturally with your own eyes, go check out all of their social media platforms, see how people comment. Did they look like fake spam bot comments? How much likes do they get? Go watch their content. Is this influencer genuine in their content, or are they just doing like clown shit to get views? Because let's, for example, think of someone who makes like prank videos or just like does dumb shit for views and nobody really cares about them. It's just about the shock factor of what they're doing. That person could have 20 million followers, but if they say, hey, go check out this cupping device, and it just doesn't correlate to their content, nobody cares. They're watching this guy for shock value pranks, not for cupping device promotions. Like that's gonna flop so hard. So you really need to ensure that this person is going to benefit from my product, and them making content promoting this product is going to feel natural and organic. It's not going to feel like some random person with 20 million followers is making a post about my product because they're obviously just getting paid a ton of money. Unless your brand is bringing in like millions a month, then maybe you can go pay Kevin Hart to hold up the new cup and say, this is the best product in the world, and you can run mass production ads, similar to what Fabletics is doing. So that's like big company stuff, and that's way later down the line. The first thing you need to do when it comes to influencers is just start small. Search for those micro influencers, search for people that are really small, and try to get people to make content for you simply by you just giving them the product for free. And right, our product cost is like $15, so we can extremely easily just send this out to like maybe 50 people, maybe 100 people. We can hire a VA, and their job is just to create relationships with micro influencers, send them products, collect the videos, and help us post them. That's probably something my virtual assistant that I gave you guys a connection to, Omar, he could probably handle this. If you tell them what to do, they will find someone to do it and get work done for you. So when you're doing the micro influencers, the small influencers, and when you're just getting started, that's what you want to focus on, but you want to do it at a mass level. Send these out to your friends, send these products everywhere, get people realizing how much it helps, because then they're going to do word of mouth. If they're actually getting a pain point solved and it makes them feel better, they're going to tell someone about it. Word's going to start going around, and at that point, you just want to make sure that you have a brand name on it so you seem legit. The influencer stuff, I would recommend more getting into it. Once you have your brand name on your product, that's really going to help out a ton when it comes to word of mouth and getting like custom content, especially with like UGC and stuff. Like UGC and influencers and really scaling these up is more of what you do when you already know something works. Like I already know that this new cup is selling, so I probably should brand this. I don't think I'm going to for the sake of the course. It's gonna be too much time. I want to get this course out to you guys, but I've done 8K on the store so far. So yeah, and it's consistent and it's profitable. So this would be a time where I would start ordering bulk inventory, getting at least just the name on there, just having new cup put on there, maybe some simple but custom packaging, ordering them in wholesale, getting my prices down, and start working with influencers, negotiating, giving out stuff for free. So when someone gets this product for free, it has a box, it has a presentation, it has the little cutout images of your brand, and it just feels real, because I mean, it is real at that point. You're running a real e-commerce brand. So I would recommend getting the custom packaging, ordering in wholesale before really diving into UGC and influencers at an extra high level. You can still dabble with it and play around. There's definitely no issues in that, and it's going to help you out and get you a ton of sales still. There's no issues with playing around with it, and it's still going to be a huge asset, get you a ton of sales, and be a very good decision. I just wouldn't scale into it and do it at a big level until you're at a big level yourself and have the wholesale inventory. So I want to cover pricing and find results and like how to kind of measure it out. But honestly, you kind of can't. You have to go in and assess based off educated decisions of how much you think it's worth based on, compare it to your paid ads. When you're running paid ads, how much are you spending? Are you spending 2K a day, 3K a day, 5K a day? Maybe you can test an influencer with 500,000 followers or a couple 100,000 more, maybe close to 1 million followers. Maybe you can pay them 2, 3, 4,000, like your daily ad budget, and just see how it works that day. Did you get a ton of sales? And then now you also have this asset of the video of them talking that you can use on your paid ads forever. Also, if you're in the community group, please let me know what influencers you're trying to work with. Ask me questions and I can try to help give you pricing, but prices change every day. Some people think they're worth so much more than they are, and some people will do it for very cheap, and some people will just want the product. They resonate with the brand and they're excited to do it for just a free product. But if you have questions and there's any way I can help, make sure you throw those in the community group. So how do we find these influencers, especially the small ones? The best thing you can do is look up hashtags, look up content on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter even. YouTube influencers are really, really big. If someone has a big YouTube following, deep connection, making content around how to stretch better, how to feel better, body health and wellness, that's the person I'm going to be paying $5K to talk about this product. If they make a designated video for it, they have 100,000 subscribers, very engaged audience, that's worth 5 to 10K for sure. Like you will be getting 20, 30K in sales extremely easily off that without a doubt. So the best way to find these people is go check out YouTube for videos that pertain to your brand, to your company, your product. So for example, with this product, I would go on YouTube, go on all social media platforms and look up videos of like how to get knots out of your neck, how to get pain. Like think of the customer. What is the customer doing? Your potential customer has neck pain, shoulder pain. They want to recover better. They want to feel better. Their body hurts. So look up videos about how to solve these pains. And if there's someone that has a channel dedicated to that, that's your guy. So all you have to do is act like a consumer, act like you have this problem. And it's best if you're selling a product, you probably should have the problem. I have this problem. So it's really easy for me to think of the customer journey. What is a customer looking for? What's hurting? Where are they going to search for solutions? And find the people that are credible, that are telling them the solution, and pay that person to say your product's name, to showcase your brand. That's where the genuine connection is huge, especially if these influencers or these content creators have big followings. That's where they truly are worth their weight in gold. If I can find some guy that gets 500K views on every single video and all he does is talk about how to take away pain, how to make your body feel better, how to eat better, health, wellness, all that stuff, and he's a credible figure and his followers have a very deep, genuine connection with him, they trust what he says, that is truly worth its weight in gold. I would be paying $20,000, $30,000, potentially even more for something like that, because that video is going to be an asset that's on YouTube forever. And I'm talking if he makes a whole YouTube video, and that's where pricing's hard, is because did they mention it in 30 seconds in the video? Do they make a full video around it? Do they make one Instagram post of them holding it? Like, you have to negotiate and find pricing that you think is worth it for you based on your educated guesses. That's where it's so hard, because so many influencers have different following levels, different relationship levels, and where are they going to post it? Are they going to make like a crappy TikTok video that lightly mentions to go buy it and try it? Or is it a full dedicated YouTube video? But yeah, for a fully dedicated YouTube video, I'd pay $20,000, $30,000 for someone with 500,000 followers that would make a full video about my product. Even if it was titled like how to get rid of neck pain, and I know it'll get like 1 million views and my product is the main solution mentioned in there, that's for sure worth $20,000, $30,000. So I hope that gives you a good understanding of the influencer world. There's not too much I can teach you when it comes to look exactly for this, pay this exact amount, because it's so open. It's such a large Wild West world filled with tons of different variables that are extremely hard to calculate. So if you need help calculating stuff, you need help finding influencers, make sure you are hitting me up in the community group and I will do my best to help you along that process. The best thing you can do is have some sort of structure that gives you a systemized like process and flow of constantly getting micro influencers. Like have a post or have an email after someone posts like, hey, if you make a video about the product saying how much you love it, we'll refund 50% of the cost. That's going to give you a constant flow of micro influencers, UGC videos that you can use forever. That's a really big hack. That's stuff that you need to be doing. A post-purchase email flow that says, hey, thank you for purchasing. If you are willing to make a video for us on TikTok, like a vertical video showcasing the product, how much you love it, talking about it, anything. And if it's a good video that we like, we will refund 50% of your purchase. If not, refund 100% of it, because that is so worth it. Getting a high quality video that you actually like from someone who went out of their way and purchased it on their own accord. You're you're paying for UGC videos $200-300 sometimes for one video. So refunding them the $14 order cost, right? Like losing one purchase for a free video is unbelievably worth it. So that's something you want to do. Be working with small micro influencers at a large scale. Try to work with as many of them as you can. Try to create a system to manage it all. Then every like once a month, once a week, reach out to someone who's bigger and try to organize a post there as you're running all of your paid ads, your organic content, all that stuff. And you're going to be everywhere. You're going to have a full-fledged company at that point. You're going to be having eyeballs everywhere, and you're going to be retargeting everyone on Facebook with these structures that say, hey, anyone who's watched my videos, show them these advertisements. And once people kind of get sucked into the world of the new cup or the world of your brand, you kind of don't let them go. You keep throwing ads at them. You keep targeting them on Facebook in different ways. You keep emailing them. You keep sending them text messages, and you really create this little ecosystem that's self-sufficient where it brings in new eyes, nurtures them, teaches them about the product, shows them a bunch of different ads talking about the features, why it's good, why they need it. And if they don't buy, you offer them discounts through single image ads on Facebook, and it builds into something crazy. And now your job is to just keep getting in new eyeballs, and it gets pretty easy at that point when you have all of these systems laid in place. So I hope you gained a lot of insight and information on this video. I want to keep this one kind of short and give you just really solid principles to look for, because this is something that you're going to have to go out on your own accord and really master and really understand how much each influencer is worth for you through experimenting. And you can also structure deals where it's like, hey, for the first ones we'll do as a test, we'll pay you less, and if it's working good, we'll double the price later. You can always come up with amazing negotiations. And a lot of micro, small, lower level influencers have deep connections with their audiences, and they just don't know how to do sponsored posts. They've never done it. There's a ton of people on TikTok. There's a ton of like small celebrities that have those connections, and it's your job to go search for them and create amazing deals that are a win-win for both parties. So on that note, we're going to end the video off, keep it a little bit short here, and I will see you on the other videos. Peace. All right, boys, we are getting into a very important video. Today, we are going over scaling. Now, this is a very big topic. It's a very important topic, and there's a lot of different styles and different ways you can approach this, and nothing is really the like only way or the extremely correct way. There's a million different ways to do it. So what I want to do is go through the layouts and the foundations and give you guys all of the tools and proper understandings that you need of things like vertical scaling, horizontal scaling, how to mess with budgets, different scaling structures like cold traffic scaling, lookalike audience scaling, and interest-based scaling, and how we can really map everything out to understand the fundamentals and then play with it on our own brands and see what works for us, and basically just have all the tools at our belt to properly execute on the scaling process without me telling you one exact thing works, only do this, because it's just not that simple. So without further ado, let's dive in.